So it's 2004, you're drafted first overall by the Washington Capitals, but the NHL shuts down because of a labor dispute for basically a year. We were talking about this a moment ago. You go to Siberia to play for a team. You don't ultimately end up playing for them, but I think you're like living in the team's training facility at the time when you then get a call saying, lockout's over. Come play in Washington.
Yeah.
What do you remember from that?
I remember, I don't want to say lots of things, but when me, George, my agent, my parents was in a conference call, something happened with the line because it was a panic. Everybody was panicking. Somebody wants to stay in Russia. Somebody wants to come to Washington, and I don't know why, but the call was disconnected. And I have like 5 minutes or 7 minutes. I was by myself in the room. It was dark. I was like, okay, what's the position I am right now? I said yes, I go to NHL, or no, I stay in Russia for 1 or 2 more years. Of course, it was a big decision, and it wasn't my decision. I made a decision when everybody was on the phone. I said, I'm coming to NHL.
What were you thinking about in those 5 minutes?
I'll just tell you because...
did you have any doubt? Did you know definitively that you were going to go, or were you...
No, because I always stay in my home in Moscow, and decide to change the team because of the situation with the old president. And when I came to Omsk, it was an unbelievable organization, great people, great team. Again, Jagr was there, Datsuk was there. And I just decided to move on and take a big step for me personally, because I was 18 or 19, I can't remember what age I was, and I just decided to go to play in NHL.
So you're 18, 19 years old, make the decision to literally go to the other end of the world, to live in a country, become the face of a franchise, when you don't even speak the native language. How scary was coming to America?
My dream was to play in NHL, obviously. The atmosphere, the organization, the GM, the players, and everybody helped me a lot. And my first 2 days, I live in a hotel close to Verizon Center, and George McPhee took me for 10 days to his house, and I spent 10 days out there. No languages. I play with his kids, and I want to know what's cornflakes. I want to eat cornflakes, but I don't know how to explain it. So it was kind of...
How did you try to explain it?
I can't remember, but I just remember chlopia, something like that. And he's like, cornflakes, and he showed me, and yes. And he tell us, this is the name of cornflakes. Okay. And a little bit step by step, I started learning words and all that kind of stuff. And my first roomie was Brian Willisey. He teach me how to put a tie on your suit, and we watched the video. And again, it's all the team helped me a lot. Zubrus showed me how to drive the car, not fast, like all
not
the kind
fast.
all the kind of stuff.
Follow the speed limit.
Yeah, and again, it was a great memory and a great experience for me.
I believe you did not want a translator when you first came over, and also you mentioned your roommate, you didn't want to have a Russian roommate. Initially, you wanted to have a Canadian. Explain why.
Well, first of all, back then I have an agent, and my agent was, she can speak English or something like what I need. I always call her and give her a phone, and she calls and translate. But I knew my career is going to be long in NHL, and I want to learn fast. So that's why I'm pretty sure for Wilsey it was not a great time to live with me because my English was terrible. But for him, it's I want to thank him for helped me a lot for learning and teach me a little bit of words and all that kind of stuff.
What was the most difficult part about learning the language?
It's just a situation when you have to talk. You can't be always on the Russian side, because you stay with American guys, Canadian guys, European guys, and they speak different language, and you want to be friends with them. So in your mind, you have to move forward and talking. It doesn't matter how bad you talk. If you try, they're gonna be appreciated. You try to talk, and they're gonna understand you.
How quickly did you catch on?
Not quick.
Really? It seems like you did. I mean, to go over and not be able to really speak.
Even now, my English is not that good, but...
For somebody who came over when, I mean, you're 18, 19 years old.
No, but again, sometimes when I want to explain something, I can't explain it because it's... I talk most of the time on Russian, and it's kind of hard.
Your NHL career got off to a pretty amazing start. First time you're out, in the first period of the first game, you check a guy
and
break the glass. What do you remember from that?
I was nervous, very nervous. I couldn't sleep before the game. I can't take a nap. So
what are you thinking about?
Nothing, because we have exhibition games, and I feel good, but I never know, like when you came to the rink and you're driving, like I was probably first guy at the locker room because I was shaking, you know, like just your mind, you have to be ready for your mind, your body. So and I didn't know what to expect, because exhibition game, it's exhibition game, but the first game of the season, it's a total different thing. And I want to do, like back then, I just want to do something like, you know, maybe get a hit or hit somebody or something like that. And I hit pretty hard that guy. I don't know who it was, but the glass was broken. But not broken, as some part was fell on the ice, and I feel like okay, here it is. This is an NHL. Okay, let's go.
What was the home crowd reaction when you did that?
So everybody was excited, and on the bench as well. So my first year of Washington was great. Great memories with the old GM George McPhee, coach Glenn Hanlon, and all the team guys. You know, it was we don't have you know, guys who can be successful on the ice, but in the locker room was unbelievable.
What was your level of confidence when you first came into the league, those first few games as a rookie?
I don't know what to expect on the game, because I knew like lots of attention's on me because I was number one on the draft, you know, and when I just came to NHL, I knew like I have to, first of all, I have to stay myself. I don't have to change it, my mentality, my workout, or my hockey sense. And sometimes it's when sometimes people came to the league, they try to do something special. I don't try to do something special. I just start doing my thing.
I was talking to your coach the other day, and he was telling me how before he took the job, he thought you were just going to be uncoachable, wasn't going to be a player that he enjoyed working with. He said to me, his words, he goes, "That's bull." I mean, Alex is a guy you want to be in the foxhole with you. He is great. Why do you think there was that misconception of you?
Well, first of all, every coach who I have tell me what to do, and I did it.
Right.
And I don't know why people think like I'm not coachable or something like that. Because coach, it's you know, on the boat, everybody stays in the boat, and he's a guy who said, okay, left side, do it more. Right side, do it more. Everybody right now start together. And I don't want to be the guy who's be outside of the boat and be selfish, you know. Everyone on my opinion, everybody is a selfish persons, but when it starts to get team results, you have to be on a team. It doesn't matter who's going to be coaching or who's going to be GM. I just want to be in a team. Just want to be who I am, you know.
How about the best hit you've ever put on anybody?
Probably Jagr on the Olympics.
What do you remember from that?
I remember it was a kind of tie game, and I think it was tie, and the salmon felt on board. Jagr take a puck, and I turned on the left side in the middle, and I knew like he not gonna give a pass, and he's gonna make a move on me, and as soon as I see he going left, and was ready to hit him, and he's just to go left and right, and I just kill him. It was probably the best hit in my life.
Does it hurt when you lay a great hit on somebody?
If you make a great hit, it's not hurt, but sometimes you get a hit and it starts soaring your body, your shoulder, your muscles feel it.
So you hit him, and what do you see afterwards? What's your reaction?
We scored a goal. That's the biggest thing of that hit. Malkin scored a goal, and after that, on the bench, coach came to me and said, "Just be careful because they're gonna watch you, gonna try to hit you more." So okay, I'm ready.
Then what happens?
Nothing, we won the game.
Okay. Most painful hit you've been on the receiving end of?
Was lots of hits on me. Obviously, broke the nose. Sometimes just hit my shoulder a couple of times. I don't know. It was not that kind of big hits on me, but it was painful and it was hurt.
When you're on the ice and you have the puck, what do you see?
I can't tell you what I see. I just because on the ice it happens so fast. You have to think so quick. You have to know where's your partner. You have to know where's the. You have to see what happened behind you, around you, and especially when you turn, because you don't know. You have a puck on this side, and you don't know what happened on the left side. As soon as you turn, you can see it, like I don't know who. Weber came to you and gonna hit you. And you're probably gonna be retired after that. So obviously you have to think. I obviously have to read the game well, and you have to hear more.
What are you listening for?
Just my partners, because partners the bench, because the coaches see the game. The coaches help you a lot.
Like what would they say? Whether a partner or a coach or whoever.
If my back on a different side on the ice, they say time or no time, because we have a special language out there, and when we know what's happening.
What's the special language?
It's just a situation when the defenseman gonna give you a puck on the half board, and you look on the puck and you don't know what's happening on this side, so they can tell you chip, so it's like chip on the board, or you have a time, so you have time to turn and see what happened.
When you don't have the puck, the opposing team has it, but you're on the ice, what are you looking for?
If it doesn't matter, it's a matter what position I play. If I'm on offensive zone, I try to read the player who can make a pass or who can make a bad decision, so I can take the puck and go back to offensive zone. If I'm on the defensive side, I try to watch where's my man and where's the puck.
You were born in 1985, the year the Soviet Union began to collapse. How bad was crime and corruption when you were growing up?
Be honest with you, I don't really remember the whole thing, but it was a very scary moment for the country. And again, that's what happened with Ukraine right now.
What, if anything, do you remember from that period?
Not much.
Did your parents, or you ever have conversations with your parents about it?
No, we tried don't talk about it. This situation. I know it was hard time for my parents because they have to find money for a dynamo team, basketball team, for families and all kind of stuff. But it was history and history.
Right. There wasn't. People didn't have a lot of money. There was a decent amount of crime. Then, what happened to like the other people you went to high school with, who kind of came out during that time?
On the high school, or you mean hockey school?
Hockey school, or just kids that you grew up with.
A couple players play in KHL, but nobody goes to play in NHL in my age, 85.
How have you seen the country change?
Big time.
Over the years.
Big time. Country changed in a very good, very good side. We have, how I said yesterday, we have everything what we need right now.
In what ways have you seen it change?
Just how people right now lives. Of course, right now it's a hard time because of the situation between two countries, but I'm pretty sure sooner or later everything's going to be fine.
How much were you able to watch the NHL when you were growing up in Russia?
Not much. I just have a videotape of highlights of the games, fights, and goal scores. And
were they current videotapes, or were they?
Oh yeah,
older?
you can buy. Back then you can buy the videotapes. So my dad buy videotapes, and we just sometimes watch together. And he told me like, watch this one, try it tomorrow, do that kind of stuff.
What players did you look up to back then?
Of course, was my favorite player was Owen Nolan, who played in San Jose, and he was physical. He can score goals, and he was a great leader. Obviously, Mario Lemieux, I think he was one of the best player out there, and Sergei Fedorov.
When you were growing up, when was the first time you realized you wanted to play in the NHL?
As soon as I start playing, like I knew like this is gonna be my life. Obviously, you never know.
So when you're like 7, 8 years old, you're already thinking to yourself you want to play pro hockey?
Yeah, of course, because every little kid who play hockey, they want to be a hockey player. And myself, I want to be a hockey player, but I didn't ever know I can be in that kind of position who I am right now. And I'm lucky, and of course it's a luck, of course it's a work ethic, of course it's just a situation, but it is what it is. And
Did you ever have doubts?
No.
You believed in yourself that much?
I always believed in myself. My family believed in myself. Everybody believed in me. So
when you were growing up, what would you say were your first 15 minutes of fame? The first time you got notoriety, exposure for your hockey talent?
I always try to listen to people around me. What they think I can do better, what they think my strength is, and obviously.
Was there a moment like a play you made or a game that all of a sudden got written up in the paper?
It's just year by year. You can say like, okay, you scored 50 goals last year, and you think like, okay, it's gonna be easy next year because I scored 50. Every year you have to improve yourself, and of course, some moment when you're a little kid and you understand you're better than mostly guys. Of course, you think, okay, I have a chance to be who I want to be.
But you were living, in a 2-bedroom apartment early on when you were growing up. What do you recall from that?
It was a great time. Obviously, everybody stayed together. Everybody stayed close. The apartment was not that big, but it was good enough for 5 persons to stay together. And obviously, it's my child time.
How tight were things financially back then?
I was never think about something. If I want something, they always my parents always give it to me. And if it's, I knew like right now it was hard, especially when new sticks come out. I was crying to get a new stick, and it was expensive. And my dad like, okay, let's go buy it. And we went and we buy a stick, and the next day I broke the stick, and you know, like it's $200 goes away, but back then it's $200. It was very expensive. So and the hockey equipment, like if something new come out, like we always buy it. We always I always have a best equipment, and everybody have.
And there wasn't a lot of money. I mean, Mom obviously played professional basketball. Your dad was a pro soccer player, but his career ended early, drove a taxi for a while. How do you think they handled, being able to get you what you needed, even though money was really tight?
Obviously, when they started to understand I can be a good player, hockey player, they put everything on my side, and obviously without them I'm probably not gonna be here talking to you, and I don't have the kind of popularity what I have right now because of the best skates I have was out there in the market. I have the best sticks, helmet, everything what I need I always get. So the time of the ice, my dad always have a good relationship with the coaches. If I need more practices, we always have ice to go somewhere and practice. Because of my mom, I was an Olympic champion and was a superstar, and she knows everybody on the hockey team of back then in USSR. We always have ice to go and skate with the professional hockey players. So everything came together, and that's why everything was. That's why we get success.
Going through a time when there wasn't a lot of money, what do you think that taught you for later on in life when all of a sudden you had a lot of money?
It doesn't matter how much money you have to stay a person, because some people was not rich people and became rich people, and they forget who they are, and they try to show they have money, they have everything, stupid decisions, stupid things, and I don't understand that. It doesn't matter how much money you have to stay a good person, because if you're not a good person, nobody gonna like you.
Your mom, two-time Olympic gold medalist playing basketball, later president of the Moscow Dynamo women's basketball team. She was instrumental in negotiating your NHL contract, the richest in the sports history. Explain the role that she's played in your life.
Well, it's all my family, my brother, Michael, and my dad and my mom give me that kind of position what I have right now. How I said, without them, I'm probably not going to sit here. I was maybe I played somewhere, but not that level. So I wish everybody have that kind of parents to help the child to grow up and put them your mind put in the right side.
What do you think you most learned from them?
Just to be honest and just be yourself.
In what ways, given your mom's background, do you think she's motivated you?
Because she was the best basketball player on her position. Then she won everything possibly can in basketball. Back then it was not the NBA, so I just want to be like her, in hockey.
How hard was she on you when you were growing up?
Not hard. Obviously, my dad was who spent most of the time with me. My dad was almost my personal coach.
Really?
Yeah, but
Like, what would he do?
he watched my practice every day, every game.
How do you think he helped you in a coaching way?
He helped me a lot, obviously, because when you're 15 or 14 to 16, your mind, because you're a teenager and you don't know what to do. Like you can see lots of people after practice go somewhere to movie or start doing like different things outside of hockey. And my dad took me, put it in the car and drive me home. And it's.
They kept you away from any sort of negative influences or distractions.
Yeah. So,
how big do you think that was?
It was big, obviously. I remember the time when I was in the school and I have friends there, and we always have like time to stay together after school and sit down. And after it probably was 15 years ago.
Okay.
And after the school, they go to the store, buy a beer, and I was like, okay, should I have a beer or not? And I just decided I don't need that kind of stuff right now, so I just...
What made you decide that?
Well, because I knew I have a practice and after school. So again, everything what happened with me was kind of good scenario.
So your parents really helped you stay focused, instilled good values in you. And
stay focused, be concentrated and all kind of stuff.
And they're great. We were having a conversation with them out on the deck a few minutes ago, and I loved the story they were telling about why they don't sit together during games. Everybody comes up and says hi to your dad. Your mom wants to stay focused. But your mom, basketball-wise, really, with life and athletically, overcame the odds. She was thought, the doctor tells her she might have to get her leg amputated. She'd certainly never be able to play sports again. What did she tell you? And this is when she's like 7 years old. What she told you about what that time was like, spending a year in the hospital?
It was hard. She was crying all the time. And again, I don't know if I was in that kind of position, what can happen with me? But back then, we don't have. Again, the world is changing. The medical right now is different. Everything is different. But back then, like she get lucky, she don't lose her leg. And if she lose a leg, I don't know if I was here right now in this world. So
right.
And my dad don't meet her, and So, but it was hard. My grandpa told me different stories how tough it was for my grandpa to get a job and all that kind of stuff.
Why was it tough?
Because of the world after war, everything was built, new buildings, and it was kind of hard.
How many surgeries did your mom have to have?
I don't know.
What she told you about how she went about getting healthy again?
Well, because she had a goal to play basketball, and she did it.
What she told you about being part of that '76 Olympic team where they beat the U.S. and win gold medal?
Be honest with you, like me and her never talk about Montreal or Moscow. So,
why not?
I don't know. I just knew like she's twice Olympic champion, and that's it. She never told me the story, and of course we talk about Olympic Village, what's happening there, but we never talk about the game because she told me we was greatest team all of time. Nobody can beat us, and I was okay. That's good enough.
What would she tell you about when you were a kid? We talk about how
hard practice I have to do. I have to be focused and all that kind of stuff. And about America and about basketball, back then there was not good basketball team in America, and that's why I remember what you told me. It was a more European challenge.
Your older brother
Yeah.
passed away when he was 25. You were 10 years old unexpectedly due to a blood clot. He was, as I understand it, one of the people who really encouraged you to get into hockey. How proud do you think he'd be of you, all the success you've had in the game?
I'm pretty sure he's proud of me right now. Look at me from upstairs, but again, if that kind of situation happen, if he will be right now, I don't know if he's gonna be a hockey player or not. So I don't know what can happen if he's be alive. Maybe I would know a hockey player.
Do you ever wonder if he would have been a hockey player?
Yeah, but back then again, I was 10 and
Right.
my career just started. So
Why did you decide to get the tattoo, and why do you, after you score a goal, point up to the sky?
It's just a situation when I always appreciate what he did to me and for my family. So.
The one moment I wanted to ask you about after he passed away, next day, your parents
took me
make
to
you
the
play
hockey, yeah.
in the hockey game.
Yeah.
Why did they do that, and how hard was that for you at the time?
Yeah, it was hard. I was crying. I remember I was crying that day. I was on the bench. I was crying, but my shift, my coach said, "Okay, go play," and I play, and I was crying. It was hard, but in 10 years old, obviously you not realized what's happening, but it was a hard moment for my mom and dad, for all my family, because all the son passed away, and it was a hard time.
Looking back, how do you think it affected you growing up without your older brother?
It motivates me to be more, I don't know how to say, be more in the right way than in a bad way,
In what ways?
Because only me and Michael stays with my family, with my parents. I knew somebody have to take care of my parents in the future, and it doesn't matter if it's going to be hockey or something. I have to be successful.
And speaking of being proud of you, I don't think anybody could be prouder of you when you're, in the Olympics, the face of the country's national hockey program. What do the Olympics mean to you?
It's probably biggest moment in my life. I've been in 3 Olympic Games, and it was great. It was great. Obviously, we don't get a medal, we don't get a gold, but I'm pretty sure we still have a time to get a gold, and maybe 1 or 2 Olympic Games more.
Sochi Olympics 2014, you are one of the ambassadors. What did that entail?
I represent my country. Again, my people who lives in Russia, president, family. It was a huge honor for me to be in that kind of category.
What was that like for your family? Have their son, the face of the face of the Olympics.
They was proud. They was very happy for me, and everything will happen in Sochi, good ways or bad ways. It's history, and my name on the history, and I'm very excited and very happy.
How tough was losing in the quarterfinals?
Losing always tough. It doesn't matter where you lose. Obviously, in the Olympic Games, you don't have mistakes to lose a game. And if that goal was count against the U.S., maybe the scenario will be different. But we lost in the shootouts, and then go play against Finland, and we lost Finland 4-0.
What was your reaction when the head coach calls you out after that game?
No reaction, obviously. He was upset. Everybody was upset. So.
I mean, surprised though?
No.
Someone close to you told me those games just kind of scarred you. What do you think?
Yeah, of course. Especially when it's so bad and you don't get it, and next chance you have after 4 years, you have to wait 4 years more to get another chance to play for gold medal or get any medal. And it's very sad, and you need time to just let it go.
Really? Yeah, I mean, does that emotionally?
Yeah, emotionally, physically, because again, when you have Olympic Games during a year, you prepare yourself differently during the summer or during season.
And it's unlike some sports where it's in the off season. Basketball, for example, it's over their summer. For the NHL or for hockey players, it's right in the middle of your season. How much are you looking forward to the next games?
When you get success in a game, you don't want to stop playing. It's any sports, I think. You just want to keep going because lucky side and everything on your side. But if you don't have a luck, you just want to stop playing and move forward. And I'm looking forward to the next Olympic Games, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be different for us.
Sidney Crosby, how competitive are the two of you with each other?
He's one of the best players right now in the world, obviously. Again, that comparison, what was our first years was great for fans, was great for media, but right now it's different players came to the league, and it's still a little bit challenging. It's still a little bit I don't know how it's said, a little bit war, but it's not like first 2 years.
I was going to ask, how much is there actually a rivalry, and how much of that's sort of manufactured by the media?
Right now it's not that kind of big, but the first 2 years, of course, you play against Pittsburgh, especially first year, because you play for Calder Trophy, who's the best rookie of the year, and you try to show up all your best things, and that was great moments. And again, you can ask him too, probably he's going to say the same. It was a great series between us in the playoffs when they won and they won the Stanley Cup.
What do you think of him those first 2 years?
How I said, he was.
I know you guys get along fine now, but those first 2 years, did you kind of not like him?
Like a player, like a person. I didn't ever know who is he, in a person. But on the ice, I know he can do everything out there, and you have to be ready for everything.
If you're the commissioner of the NHL, what changes would? Well, hockey is not as popular as a sport as it once was. If you're the commissioner, or just as the star player making the recommendations, what suggestions would you have for changes or improvements to the game?
Ask him about it.
Ask him about it?
Yeah, I don't want to start this conversation.
Okay. Oh, so you have strong opinions on it?
Yeah, but whatever.
Well, what about just positive? So not taking shots at the commissioner or the league, just things from your experience that you think could help.
Again, the rules are rules, and we just only can accept it. Obviously, if it's a good thing what we have NHLPA, and if something is going to happen, we always can decide yes or no. but most of the time, if they decide it, they're gonna change it. So, what we can do?
It bothers you a lot?
For me, it doesn't matter. You know, like.
All right. Some random topics with you, and actually the remaining moments. The first one being, we were talking up there a little bit ago about, not having the tooth and wanting to put it in later, or after your career is over. How many times have you been hit in the face with the puck?
With a puck, a couple times, but it's okay. It's a hockey, nothing you can do with it.
Is it more the puck that does the damage, or when you get hit with the stick?
Both, puck and stick, very painful.
How many times have you been hit with the stick?
Couple times. I have a scarf all over my face, so it's okay.
What's more painful between the two?
First couple minutes you don't feel the pain, you just feel how blood goes to your skin, and after that you feel very painful.
How many surgeries?
No surgeries.
Have you had to have? No surgeries? What about stitches?
Oh, I don't know, it's a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
All over my body.
I mean, name as many as you can think of.
Oh, maybe 100 stitches, maybe, all over my body.
You think whether it's, from getting hit in the face with the puck or your very physical style of play, to what extent do you have any concern of any kind of lasting impact negatively that your playing days will have on just your quality of life after you're done playing?
Well, of course my body going to be sore. Any athletes who's finished up their professional careers, of course your knees gonna sore, your shoulders, everything's gonna be sore, but that's why you have to finish career when you know it's a time to finish, because your body can tell you it's enough or not.
At night, right after a game or the next morning when you wake up, how does your body feel?
Great. It's the next day. I can walk, I can skate, so let's go.
Charity. I know, to my surprise, you really kind of don't like talking about it that much, the positive things you're doing, but in reality, it only helps in bringing exposure to it, which is a good thing. I know you do work with orphanages around Russia. How did that come about?
Well, if you have a chance to help the people, you have to, because, how I said, you lucky person, you have everything, so you have to share something with the people, kids who don't have it.
What made you decide on orphanages?
Everything, everybody, it's, how I say, it doesn't matter what position the people are. If you have a chance to help, why not?
What got you involved in it?
Since my first year, we decided to do some charity stuff. So 10 years in a row, we still do some stuff.
So what do you do?
Again, in Russia, we help kids who don't have money to buy equipment. We give them equipment. In the US, we do different stuff. Give a family don't have a chance to go to the hockey game. We give them a chance, tickets to the game. Last year, we give up at the All-Star game car.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so all the little things, but we always can do that kind of stuff.
Even though you're the one that's giving back, sometimes it's more rewarding to the person actually doing the giving. In other words, you. Out of everything you've done over the years, charity-wise, what's kind of touched you the most? What's
Well,
been the kind of coolest experience?
when the people smile to your face, it's and you can see it's not like you know, it's open smile. You know, they're happy and they're always gonna remember it for a whole life.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, thanks.